Hey guys, welcome to Iron Reviews, the show where I bring you Marvel and DC content twice a week, and today we review Doctor Strange issue 12 and 13. The comic begins in a hospital where we see a strange creature attacking most of the hospital patients and staff as he goes on about pain and suffering. That is, until Doctor Strange intervenes and tells the creature to let them go. Apparently, as we find out, this creature was actually something Doctor Strange made, and he grew it in a cellar out of black magic to feast on pain and suffering? That seems weird, but okay, let's continue. Doctor Strange tells the creature to just stop this, and he can help him, so the creature tells him to slice off his own foot, which Doctor Strange doesn't agree to. Strange tells the creature if he wants him to suffer so badly, then he can just do it himself, so the creature says okay, and throws him through a window. Doctor Strange thinks of a way to escape from the creature, so he uses some magic gum and sticks it onto the part of the creature that has him, and it freezes him, letting Strange be able to escape. Wow, I don't like gum, but if I were to have some gum, I would like some of that, please. The creature escapes, but it does warn Strange. While he's escaping, he tells him that if he's Doctor Strange, then he's Mr. Misery, and every time he makes someone suffer, he wants to know that it'll be Strange's fault. Doctor Strange checks on all the patients and staff, and everything seems fine, so Doctor Strange leaves. But the staff are confused and say, hey, why don't you just use a spell to leave or teleport out of here or something? But Strange can't do that anymore, so what does he do instead? Well, he takes a taxi, of course. We go to an apartment in New York where we see Baron Mordor appear and tell everyone in the apartment to get out, but he tells one of the people to stay to, well, basically kill her and then use her body to communicate with one of Dormammu's minions. If you don't know who Mordo is, let's just say he's one of Doctor Strange's oldest villains who uses magic to basically make Strange's life a living hell. Now, back to the comic, Dormammu's minion warns Mordor that, hey, just a heads up, but you're not the only one after Strange this time, because everyone knows Strange is weak now, and if Mordo fails to kill Doctor Strange, well, Mordo's gonna die instead. We then check on Doctor Strange at the Sanctum Sanctorum, talking with Zelma about Mordo. This part right here seems like a really nice part, because Zelma is wondering who Baron Mordor is, and so this is basically a little refresher, basically telling new readers about Mordo, with Doctor Strange saying that he's a master of black magic who committed many crimes and stole many things from a lot of people. Strange tells Zelma that he has to find him, but Zelma points out, hey, most of your magic is gone, and she's seen how long it takes for Strange to recover from a big blow like that, but their conversation is interrupted by Mordo attacking, so Doctor Strange gets ready to fight Baron Mordo. Strange confronts Mordo and asks how he still has his magic, and as we find out, Baron Mordor tells Strange that he went back to serving Dormammu, so Dormammu's the reason why Mordor has his magic back. Baron Mordor and Doctor Strange start to fight, and I have to admit, the fight's pretty cool. I like how we see Doctor Strange utilized the magic he still has, like using a magic apple to trap Mordor in a tree, but that doesn't really work and he gets out of it easily. The fight is mostly one side, and just as it seems Mordo has won the fight, something strange happens. Doctor Strange is actually teleported away from Mordo, and Mordo is not happy he got away. Now, where exactly was Strange teleported to? Well, as we find out, it was the dream dimension, and the person that brought him here was none other than Nightmare, another Doctor Strange villain, and that's where the comic ends. Doctor Strange issue 12 was a pretty good start to this brand new arc. I wanted to get back into Doctor Strange, and I decided to go into this brand new arc called Blood in the Ether, and it started out pretty good, and even though at some points I was a little confused, I'm going to have to read some of the previous issues to see what I missed, but this was really good. It's cool to see Doctor Strange's Rogues Gallery come back in this arc, and the first issue shows us most of our antagonists like Baron Mordo, Dormammu, and even at the end of the issue when we saw Nightmare, and that got me pretty excited. I mean, I can't wait to see more. I also like how Doctor Strange does seem like a new Doctor Strange. Now, do I think he'll be this way forever? Well, maybe for a while, but not forever, but it is cool to see Doctor Strange use many different magics instead of just waving his hand or calling out a powerful spell. This time it actually seems like he needs to try more to stop simple threats using the magic magic he has left. Overall, this was a great issue with great art and great story. I can't wait to see more, and I think I would give this an 8 out of 10, and let's hope the next issue is great as well. Alright, let's get to reviewing Doctor Strange issue 13, shall we? So, as the comic begins, we see Doctor Strange in his mansion, and seemingly Doctor Strange has his old life back, and what's he doing? Well, spending time at the mansion with women, of course. But he kind of feels something is wrong as he keeps checking around the mansion, fearing there may be something going on, but the women are just like, no, everything's fine, just come back to bed. But Strange still looks around the mansion to see what's going on. Now back at the Sanctum, Zelma and Wong see Strange was teleported away somewhere, and Wong may know where he is, but to get there, they'll need to fall asleep and save the Doctor as fast as they can. Now back in the dream, Strange is still looking around the mansion and even looks at the fridge, seeing that everything is normal, and the women keep telling him that, hey, everything's fine, don't worry, but Strange hears a knock at the door and goes to check it out. He checks the door, seeing Wong delivering him some food, and that food would be a weird eye rat pizza. I don't really know how to describe it, and Selma drops down some magical books from the chimney to snap Doctor Strange out of this dream. Doctor Strange starts to see what's happening, but the women are just saying, no, everything's fine, go back to bed, but Strange won't have that, and finally sees that this is a nightmare, and takes a mallet and smashes one of his hands, waking him up from the nightmare, and Doctor Strange seeing Nightmare holding him in the realm of dreams. Nightmare informs Strange that he's not getting away this time, and besides, this time he can torture his friends first, seeing that they're trapped in the realm of dreams too. Nightmare tells Strange that, hey, maybe the old him would have saved his friends in an instant, but now he's weak and they'll have to live their worst nightmares. So Nightmare traps Doctor Strange so he can watch helplessly as his friends are tortured. Doctor Strange tries to think of something to get him out of here, and he thinks, hey, Nightmare draws his power from the dreams of others, and seeing that 4 billion people are asleep, he thinks he'll just need to wake up everyone to weaken Nightmare. So Strange starts to use a new spell to try and take everyone out of their nightmares using a brand new spell he just made up, and successfully saves everyone. However, Strange is still in the realm of dreams, and even though he woke up everyone, he's now gonna have to live through 4 billion people's nightmares, and some of these nightmares include things like insects being embarrassed and clowns. Yeah, clowns. Why does it always have to be clowns? I mean, I'm kind of not afraid of clowns, but that's my opinion. But let's get back to the story. So yeah, it seems like Doctor Strange has won. He's saved his friends and everyone else and has stopped nightmares. So everything's over, right? Well, not exactly. Doctor Strange gets taken away by another portal and teleported to a diner in hell, and he's actually greeted by the Devil's Daughter, and that's where the comic ends. Doctor Strange issue 13 is another great issue. Like the last issue, I really do like Doctor Strange fighting against his own rogues gallery, and it is really cool to see villains come back to fight Doctor Strange. I also did enjoy the beginning of this book. It was neat how Doctor Strange was sorta trapped in his old life, and I don't know why, but the beginning kind of reminded me of Twilight Zone. I don't know why, it just had the same weirdness as that show. I also like how Doctor Strange had to go through 4 billion nightmares like sharks, insects, and yes, clowns, and of course, someone has to be afraid of clowns, am I right? And I'm kinda surprised Doctor Strange didn't go through a nightmare of politics. But overall, I didn't really see anything bad in this issue. It was a good issue with great art, and the ending with the Devil's Daughter seems cool, and I wonder what we'll see of her in the next issue. But yeah, great issue. I think I would give this an 8 out of 10, and I would highly recommend this series. It's a really great series, and I hope you guys check it out. But that's all for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more Iron Reviews, and check out my Twitter at IronHulk018. My name's August, and until then,